Hello students, today we are going to study the various types of reactions in which the first type is the combination reactions. We will see what are combination reactions and understand them through some examples. So let's see the types of chemical reactions. So we learned in class 9 that during a chemical reaction, the atoms of one element do not change into those of another element. The atoms remain same. Like suppose in some chemical reaction on the reactant side, hydrogen is involved. So hydrogen like H, that H atom will be present in some form or the other on the right hand side also. Okay. And nor do atoms disappear from the mixture or appear from elsewhere. That has to be kept in mind. So actually chemical reactions involve the breaking and making of bonds between atoms to produce new substances. So we will study these types of bonds that are formed between atoms in the subsequent chapters. But here we focus on the types of chemical reactions. So first we are going to see the combination reactions. So let's understand the combination reactions with the help of an activity. So activity 1.4 says that you take a small amount of calcium oxide or quicklime in a beaker. So this is a beaker and you are adding water to it and adding some calcium oxide. Now slowly add water to this. Okay. So initially you are adding only calcium oxide and slowly you will keep on adding water to this. Now you have to touch this beaker and feel the change in temperature. Okay. So what you will see that the temperature of the beaker will rise. Let's see why. So calcium oxide will react vigorously with water to produce liquid lime. What is liquid lime? It is calcium hydroxide and it releases a large amount of heat. So this is the chemical reaction involved, that is CaO in the solid state, that is quicklime. You add water to it in the liquid state. It gives CaOH whole twice in aqueous form, that is this liquid lime, plus heat. That means it is releasing heat. So this is basically an exothermic reaction. So in this reaction, calcium oxide and water combine to form a single product, calcium hydroxide. So we are having two reactants here and there is only a single product. So such a reaction in which a single product is formed from two or more reactants, then it is known as combination reaction. So these two are combining to give one single output product, right? Now, so here is some interesting fact. A solution of slaked lime which we produced in the earlier reaction is used for whitewashing walls. Okay, so calcium hydroxide reacts slowly with the carbon dioxide in air to form a thin layer of calcium carbonate on the walls. So this calcium carbonate is formed after 2 or 3 days of whitewashing and it gives a shiny finish to the walls. It is interesting to note that the chemical formula for marble is also CaCO3. Let's see how this chemical reaction takes place. So you have calcium hydroxide, CaOH whole twice in aqueous form. So you are applying it to the walls. Now, some carbon dioxide is present in the atmosphere. So it reacts with this calcium hydroxide. It provides calcium carbonate, right? Now, this is a thin layer which is formed on the walls plus water in liquid form. Let's discuss some more examples of combination reactions. Just try to check if these are combination reactions. First is the burning of coal. Now coal is basically comprised of carbon. So it's carbon in solid form plus oxygen from the atmosphere in gaseous form. When we burn this, then we get CO2, that is in gaseous form. So here you have two reactants and one product. So basically this is an example of combination reaction. Now, formation of water from H2 and O2 gases. So hydrogen plus oxygen, they combine to give water. So two reactants are there, one product is there. So this is also an example of combination reaction. So if we try to say in simple language, we can say that when two or more substances, that is elements or compounds, they are combining to form a single product, the reactions are called as the combination reactions. Now, in activity 1.4, we also observed that a large amount of heat is involved. So this makes the reaction mixture warm. Okay, So the reactions in which the heat is released along with the formation of products, these are called exothermic chemical reactions. So let's see some other examples of exothermic reactions. One is the burning of natural gas. So when CH4, methane is burnt, plus oxygen, it gives carbon dioxide and water. Fine. So this is an example of exothermic reaction because it gives out heat and we can use this heat in a beneficial purpose. Now let's discuss another thing from another perspective like respiration. Respiration is a biological process, so that is also an exothermic process. Let's discuss it how. So let's discuss respiration as an exothermic process. So see, we all need energy in order to stay alive. Okay, and we get this energy from the food that we are eating. Now during digestion, the food is broken down into simpler substances. Fine. So let's take an example. Suppose we eat rice, potatoes, bread. All these contain carbohydrates. So these carbohydrates are then broken down to form glucose in the process of digestion. So now this glucose will combine with oxygen in the cells of our body and it will provide us energy. Okay. So this type of reaction, it is a special reaction which is called respiration. So what happens in the process of respiration? This is a chemical formula for glucose, C6H12O6. This glucose in aqueous form, it reacts with oxygen and it provides carbon dioxide, water and energy. So this is the energy that we get from eating of food. Okay. Then decomposition of vegetable matter into compost, it is also an exothermic reaction. Okay. Now, you try to identify the type of reaction taking place in activity 1.1 which we discussed. So their heat is being given out. Okay. So as heat is being given out, it is an exothermic reaction and it is forming a single product. So it is basically again an example of combination reaction. Thank you so much for watching the video. I hope the concept of combination reactions is clear to all. We will discuss other types of reactions in the coming lectures. Thank you so much.